let's start with something that I think is going to be very helpful to you this fall season. So support for the show comes from ZBiotics. And if you're like me and you enjoy a glass of wine or a cocktail now and then, this is a total game changer. ZBiotics Pre-Alcohol is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic designed by PhD scientists to tackle those rough mornings after drinking. It is not dehydration that makes you feel awful. It is a toxic byproduct in your body that your body produces, and ZBiotics helps to break that down so that you feel yourself the next day. The first time I tried it, it was before a dinner party with friends. I tell you this story all the time. I had a few drinks, went to bed late, and the next morning I was ready to host a show up and at 'em, no problem. Now I never go without it. So fall means football, tailgates, lots of celebration. We're moving into holiday season. So make ZBiotics your first drink of the night. Go to zbiotics.com/lemon and use the code LEMON for 15% off of your order. And if you're not happy for any reason, they're going to refund you your money. No questions asked. That's zbiotics.com/lemon. The code is LEMON. Hello, everyone. You almost caught me talking to the TikTok cam. Good evening. Welcome to Lemon Live at 5 p.m. Eastern time here in the greater New York City area. Thank you for joining us. I just don't know where to start. Well, I do know where to start, like what to call it. I had an issue trying to figure out what to call it when I said, you saw the thumbnail, right? Not sure if I wanted to call it ice privilege, ice spice, drunk on ice. I don't know what I wanted to call it, but it's really shocking. So what I came to the conclusion as I was sitting here in the TV, we were going over with the team. It was kind of come and listen to my story about a man named Jed, a poor mountaineer. So it's kind of like listen to my story, because if you wouldn't believe this story if someone told you, like, oh God, you had to write that, right? Like someone wrote that would never happen, especially considering what's happening in the world. So here's what I say to you every time. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the thumbs up. It affects the algorithm. More people become aware of our channel. And by the way, this is a new hat. Finally, I can wear my black t-shirt with a hat because I have a black hat now. It's in the merch store. Andy, you said this is your favorite?
Yeah, it looks great.
Why? I want one that has black on black too.
Oh, like your shirt?
Yeah, well, that would be what? Black on black or black on gray? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Right. So maybe that would be, but usually when I get hats like this, like if it has white stitching, I will take a Sharpie and make it black, and then it's cool, and people are like, oh, that's really cool. And I'm like, yeah, where'd you get it? I do it myself. So anyways, you can get this on the merch store. So listen, thank you. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like, become a member, please, and subscribe. Oh, we're almost at 950, halfway there. Oh, halfway there. Oh, almost. I won't sing all of it. So crushed ice. Yeah, probably had some crushed ice, or maybe a single ice, whatever, one single cube. But go with me on this story I'm going to take you through, because the sheer arrogance of it all, like, we talk about white privilege, but is this cop privilege? Is this ICE privilege? Is this DHS privilege? Is Donald Trump and all of the folks who are in the administration, they have these people thinking that they are above the law and they can do whatever they want and nothing matters. It doesn't matter because I'm the law now. And also, too, y'all, which is weird. Let me just say, this is a funny one. I know it's bad English, but this is how we talk you guys know how we talk when we're not code switching off. I done pissed off the conservatives. I done pissed off the MAGAs. I done pissed them off by talking about the Second Amendment. Legally. Did you guys see that story? I'm going to tell you all about it. Okay, so come and listen to my story about a man named, I forget his name. And it's in my notes as I go through them. So I want to start tonight. This is a headline. Normally it would be a small, it's a moment, a small, almost ordinary moment caught on police body cam, video. We see it. It happens all the time. Can you look at that? Are you Haitian? Wait till you hear the details about this. It was in Florida, in the Florida Keys. A Florida man, right, pulled over for drunk driving. 2 children in the back seat. Sir, you have children. A field sobriety test he refuses to take seriously. And then there were a bunch of insults, a string of insults hurled at the officer trying to do their jobs, okay? Resistance. But it's coming from someone who's like, just comply. Defiance, a scene that if it were anyone else, they would probably end up, which he did, in handcuffs in a cold cell, but for a much longer time, with much more scrutiny, with much more, it's always them. It's always the libs or the blacks or the migrants or the illegals. It's always somebody else but the people who are in charge of the company and country and company. Do you want to say that? This wasn't just anyone else, though. This was a man, self-identified, a man who identified himself as a federal agent. Are you ready for this? A man who, according to the reports, works for ICE. The same agency that has spent decades telling us that law and order, it's not negotiable. Accountability, absolute. You must be accountable for everything. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Follow the rules and follow the law, and everybody's treated the same. Meritocracy, blah, 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 all that bullshit. They've been saying that if you break the law, you got to pay the price if you break the law. Get out of here. Get him out of here. The criminal's breaking the law. And yet, here he was breaking the law, endangering his own children, and acting as though the badge, which is usually on his chest, made him untouchable. So I want to walk you through it slowly because the details matter. And there's video, there's body cam. It's coming, okay? If you're ready, tell me if you're ready for it. Police say they pulled this man over after reports of reckless driving. They say that they smelled alcohol on his breath. Right? You've heard that before. We smell alcohol or we smell pot or whatever. Sometimes it's just, they say that so that they can say that it was, that they had the right to search, probable cause. But they say that they smelled alcohol on his breath. He failed or refused multiple field sobriety tests. He became combative, which you'll see. He resisted arrest, which you'll see. He verbally abused the officers on the scene, which you'll see. And yes, there were 2 children in that car. And they are now witnesses to their father's recklessness and rage. Okay, everybody ready? Stand by. Turn the volume up. Get close to whatever device you're watching on, the television, the laptop, or the phone. Whatever it is, if you're listening, listen closely. Roll it, Andy.
The guy in the white shirt.
That's the colonel.
Colonel, don't mean shit to me.
Okay, well.
Look, I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got my boys with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%,
department.
bro.
Okay. You don't have any type of credentials or anything that say you're DHS?
Not on me, no.
Okay. All right.
I only bring my weapon with me if I'm.
Okay. But you don't have any weapons on you right now?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what I want to do, I want to talk to you away from the kids. So I'm going to ask you to step out of the car, and we're going to walk back to the back of your car, okay?
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes, sir, I am.
You know what? Call my supervisor.
Okay. Do you want to do the exercises or no?
I'll do it. But you know what? What's homeboy doing down there? You know, guys, come on.
Make sure we all sit because we're inside of the water. You don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why we're trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's not the terrorist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay. Look, man, I really need you to do the exercise. If you don't do it, then I'm going to say that you're refusing to do the exercise. I get it. You need a minute. I gave you a few minutes, okay? But
Let me talk to your supervisor.
not right now, sir.
Yeah?
If you're a cop, whatever.
Yeah, I'm a fucking law enforcement,
Okay,
dude.
then stop talking and sit in the back of the car and stop. Stop this.
Come on, let's go.
Stop this.
What about my kids?
We're gonna take care of it.
No,
But
I'm
first
not
I need-
going in there. Let me talk to your supervisor.
Again, you can talk to him in a second.
Nope. Not going in there without my supervisor.
Okay, let's go to the other side. Come here. No pull against me. Let's go.
I'm not moving, bro. Don't fucking do this.
Let's go.
Lane.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey, come on, buddy. We're not doing this. Come on. Let's go.
So you guys are fucking shut.
Come on. Put your feet in.
Stand up.
Stand up. Come on.
Stand up. Put your feet in.
No.
Man,
Put
don't
your
be a
feet in.
kid. Come on.
Stop.
Where are my
Just relax.
kids?
Stand up. Put your feet in.
What?
Put your feet in. Put your feet in.
You don't want to make this worse already.
Come on. Come on, man. Let's go.
You gotta sit in the car,
You're
man.
going to jail for DUI, which is a misdemeanor. If you don't cooperate, you go to jail for resisting. It only makes it worse.
Come on. Put your feet in, buddy.
All right, your kids will be fine. This will pass.
Listen to me.
No, sir, not on the side of the road.
Come on. Let's go, man.
We gotta sit down, Scott.
God damn you guys.
It's a behind the scenes look at how law enforcement usually deal with each other. And I'm sure it happens a lot. And they just, either they drive the person home or they follow them home, just a favor. He was looking for those guys to do him a solid because he thought that he was above the law. Being driving while intoxicated or under the influence or drunk driving, however it's classified in Florida, driving under the influence is okay for him. Rules for thee, but not for me. Due process for me, but not for thee. Now, they gave that man due process, innocent until proven guilty. They asked him if he wanted to field a test. He refused. Whatever, could have done it there if he wasn't, done the test. But they pulled him in and they handcuffed him. But he was like, come on, guys, what are you handcuffing me? What are you doing? Now imagine Mr. Alleged self-identified ICE agent. Imagine if it's all of the people who have been telling all of the ICE agents around the country in whatever cities that you're in, like, hey, I'm an American citizen, or I am working on getting it. I'm in the process. I'm here on a visa, all those things. And you're like, you don't care. And you're just rounding them up. And don't tell me you're not doing it because I know you're fucking doing it because I witnessed you do it. I talked to people who told me that you're doing it, to them, who were involved in the process. And then you're handing out, once you let them go with nothing, no probable cause, no nothing. Some of them you're even handing citations to, fines to. And now your ass wants to get off while you have your kids in the car. I'm law enforcement. Come on, man. You guys are whatever. You ever talk to a police officer like that? Imagine if that was a black man talking to the police officers like that. Come on, guys. Imagine if it was a police officer, a black man talking to a police like that. Don't be so kind to them. Don't be so gentle. You can be rough with them. I'm paraphrasing Donald Trump. But it's a member of ICE. That's what he says. DHS. I'm the Department of Homeland Security. Well, that guy is charged with driving under the influence, which is DUI, 2 counts of child endangerment. That is the part of the story that's on the police blotter. But here's the real story in America, because we know what's going on here in America. It's not just about that one man. So how do I broaden this out? I brought it out by telling you it's what that one man represents, about what he stands for, what he was looking to. He never thought that he would get caught. He just automatically assumed that he could drink with his kids. Now, I don't know what kind of problems he has in his life, but see, that's the point when I try to tell people, even for that, because I don't know, he could be going through a divorce. He could be a single dad. He could be like whatever. All right. But like the arrogance there was no like, man, I'm so sorry. I know I messed up. I have my kids in the car. Please don't do this. It wasn't that. It was like, I want my supervisor. You know what I'm saying? And so, what I try to tell people is like, try to have some compassion for the people who are coming to this country, because you don't know what they're escaping. You don't know anything, right, about them. Their lives could be in jeopardy. Their family members could be threatened there. And you don't know what kind of hardships or whatever. I don't know what's happening to that man. So if he has a real hard life, I have some compassion for him, but not for the way he acted right there. and not for that hubris and for his arrogance. So he got due process. They went through every single thing with him. Field sobriety test, you want to do it? No, you refuse. Okay, and they give it to him. And then now he has been found guilty of these things. Or that's what he has been charged with, okay? It represents the double standard that is really, that poisons our justice system from the top to the bottom. It's the fish rots from what? The head down. Donald Trump all the way down, right? Remember I told police officers and then subsequently told ICE agents that how they can deal with people. Just rough them up, get them out, do what you have to do. Because when ICE comes for you, there is no patience, there is no civility, there is no let's wait for all the facts. There's a knock at the door, 4 a.m., there's a raid at your workplace, there's a bus waiting to haul you off before a lawyer can even pick up the phone. Before you can even say, before you can even say, I know the saying is, before you can say scat, but my stepdad would say, before you can say it's a cat. And we're like, wait, what are you talking about? But before you can say it's a cat, they are taking you off, whatever. Families are torn apart without a trial. My heart goes out to those kids. I hope that those kids have a loving mother, a parent, or someone who can take care of them, because that was a traumatic experience for them, I'm sure. See, I have compassion. Families are torn apart without trial. Mothers are being separated from their children before anyone asks about their citizenship status. And then, let them go. We've seen examples of that. People locked up in detention centers hundreds of miles from home, sometimes without so much as a hearing. But you want to drive drunk and you think it's okay. They will tell you that that's what the law demands, at the price of sovereignty. That's the price of sovereignty, right? So having a sovereign nation, this is what one must do. This is the cost of us being secure. But when one of their own breaks the law, suddenly everything changes. Hey, bro, help me out. Because this, I'm not supposed to do that. Suddenly due process matters. Suddenly words like context and complexity come into play. Suddenly the man who might have detained you for a paperwork error expects leniency for endangering his own children and ignoring and defying the law in the most brazen way. And in Florida, of all places, of course it is Florida. Of course it is Florida. When I heard the story, I said, Florida, it is a Florida man. It's a pattern as old as the agency itself, and it extends far beyond ICE. Think about the way that that power is like, the way people wield power in this country. Like there are countless stories of police officers accused of brutality, and then they are shielded by unions and union lawyers and departmental policies and suspended with pay, qualified immunity. So if you get all of those privileges and all those things, then you do think that some of them, not all of them, think that you're above the law. Goes without saying, there's some great police officers here in the United States. There's great police officers, not bigots, not hypocrites, who are actually serving the public, doing some great community policing. But then there's also, as I said the other day, as we were talking about the apples that I got from a family and neighbor, by the way, I cut them up. A little balsamic vinegar and salt. That's up my snack. But anyways, there are some bad apples, some rotten apples that I don't know if it necessarily spoils a whole bunch, but it certainly taints the bunch. So think about the politicians who, they're always going on and, thundering about zero tolerance for crime. And then there he is begging for forgiveness when this guy is caught breaking the law. And then, politicians when they are caught breaking campaign finance laws and business laws, and then, getting in trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened in Florida. I knew it had to be Florida. I was like, this has got to be Florida. This has got to be Florida. Now, stand by. I just want to make sure that because I want to be fair with this. Okay. So I want you to think about the former president of the United States, right? He's insisting that his opponents should be prosecuted right now because they did something wrong, even though he's the one who's not accused, but found guilty of breaking the law, a criminal, convicted. He demands immunity for himself as well. So this, again, as I say, it's from the top down because he's saying, because he says immunity, I should be immune from everything if I'm acting as a president. So I guess this ICE officer thought that he should be immune for everything because he's an ICE officer. Now, self-proclaimed ICE officer. The hypocrisy isn't subtle. It's not hidden. It's right there. It's in plain view. And yet, we have grown so used to it that we barely blink. Are you blinking now? How do you feel about this? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. So, because I want to put some numbers to this, numbers which are people. Just so you know, more than 70% of the people in ICE detention have 0 criminal records. We're going to get rid of the criminals, only the bad ones. Nearly 70% of the people in ICE detention have no criminal record. Most are there for civil violations, often technicalities in a system that it's convoluted and it's complex that even legal experts are struggling to try to figure it out and to navigate it. And some people say, I waited so long, I waited decades in order to these things to happen. But they don't care about that. No compassion, no due process. They just take you away. Over 60% are subject to mandatory detention, meaning they cannot even request a bond hearing. Some are deported in absentia. Okay, so let me tell you about this. When I started, I was working in Birmingham, one of my first on-air jobs, and we were doing a story on someone who was indicted or something, or in absentia. And one of the assignment editors said, "Where is absentia?" Yeah. But that's the kind of people we're dealing with right now. Some are deported in absentia, never even appearing before a judge. And still, others are deported despite being U.S. citizens because the system is so careless. It's indifferent that people can't even bother to check what's going on. There's no mercy. There's no leniency. And let's see how this plays out. None of that. A man with a badge and a gun, a man who endangers his children, a man who is resisting arrest, he is verbally abusing the officers. He expects precisely those things to be let off. That's not law and order. That is what you call privilege. That's power protecting itself. And it's important to understand how dangerous that this dynamic is, because when enforcement becomes selective, when accountability depends on who you are instead of what you did, well, then the rule of law collapses. Stop being a principle, and it becomes a weapon. It stops being a foundation for justice, and it becomes like a tool for control. That's what's happening right now. So we're not just talking about a traffic stop here gone wrong. This is about what it stands for, the mentality behind it, the belief that the enforcers of the law, that they are the law, that they are above it, that the rules they wield against the powerless, the people who don't have agency, that those rules don't apply to them. So that mentality is corrosive. It erodes public trust. It fuels resentment. And it tells communities, that's why people are angry. That's why they're marching on Saturday. It is telling communities, especially immigrant communities, Black and brown communities, that the system is not designed for us, but against us. It's why parents live in fear of walking their kids to school. It's why there are citizens now carrying their passports to the grocery store. This is why people disappear into detention facilities without trial or explanation. No one, their loved ones don't know where they are. And it's why so many Americans, maybe you watching right now, Americans, maybe you believe that justice for all means all. So I know some of you, and what they're going to say, this is not, reflective of the agency that we whatever and the hardworking man or whatever. Now, look, that's what some people are going to say. This is one man, one bad apple. But the truth is, one bad apple, as I said, might spoil the whole bunch. But that's only if the bunch is already rotting. This is systemic. It's historical. It's cultural. It's a direct result of decades of unchecked power and political indifference. Maybe this system was never designed for accountability, never designed for moments like this, if they don't shock the people who live under its weight. They confirm what they already know, that in America, punishment isn't about what you do, it's about who you are. And so I know that a lot of folks are like, oh my gosh, they're enraged. I'm going to tell you about some of the folks who are enraged with me. So tonight we're going to keep talking about this. We're going to follow this case, and we're going to see if this man faces the same justice he demanded of others. And we're going to watch whether the agency that has been priding itself on law and order, how it holds its own accountable. And then we're going to keep telling the stories of those who were never given the benefit of the doubt, like Luther in Chicago and others. Never offered a second chance, never treated as human beings by a system that claims to serve justice. Where are we right now? So when you watch that body cam video, when you see that man stumbling through excuses, shouting at officers, acting like the law is beneath him, remember every father who has been deported without a hearing. I want you to remember every child who has cried behind chain link fencing. I want you to remember every family that has been shattered by a knock on the door. Because this is supposed to be a nation of laws. Those laws should apply equally to the immigrant, to the officer, to the powerless, to the powerful. Anything less isn't justice. It's hypocrisy with a badge. My friend, Michael Fanone, is standing by, a former police officer. Michael, good to see you. Welcome to the program. Well, I want to hear what you have to say about this guy. 2 minutes, a word from our sponsors. We're back with Michael Fanone. This episode of the Don Lemon Show is brought to you by Graza. That's my go-to olive oil now. It's all over my kitchen, bottle after bottle after bottle. I cook a lot for myself, for my friends, and my family, and Graza has taken everything I make to the next level. What sets them apart is freshness. They pick, press, and bottle their olives in the same season, and you can see the harvest date. It is right on the bottle. They make 2 amazing extra virgin olive oils, Sizzle, which is perfect for everyday cooking, sauteing, and roasting, and then there's Drizzle, bold finishing oil that makes everything better. I use Sizzle for the skillet and Drizzle over salads, breads, even ice cream. I even put a little in my martini. Shh. Well, anyway, you should know. It's good. Trust me, it works. Right now is the best time to try Graza because they have an annual site-wide sale. It's on right now. Everything is 20.74% off until October 21st. No code needed. So stock up, elevate your kitchen, visit graza.co and grab yours today. That's graza.co. Your taste buds will thank you. This show is brought to you by Radioactive Media, the audio marketing experts who know how to make your message stand out. Here's the truth. Podcasting and radio aren't just entertainment. They're some of the most powerful ways to grow your business. Audio reaches more people than social media and digital combined, and it builds loyalty like nothing else. I have seen it firsthand. Advertisers who partner with Radioactive grow their audience and scale faster because they connect directly with engaged listeners like you. Their team is smart, strategic, and they know how to create campaigns that convert. So if you're ready to reach more people and grow your brand, visit radioactivemedia.com or text podcast to 511-511. That's radioactivemedia.com, or you can text PODCAST to 511-511 today. Message and data rates may apply. Thank you to our sponsors. We're back now. Michael Fanone is here. Michael, you saw the video. You heard the story. You heard what I had to say about it. When you see this guy out there with his kids, and what do you have, 4 kids?
Yeah, it looked. I mean, that's my understanding is he had 4 kids in the car with him.
No, you have 4 kids is what I'm saying. He said his kids were in the back. So
yeah.
As a former police officer and a father, and you, someone who has been outraged by the lack of due process with these ICE agents, what do you say about what you just saw, what we're witnessing here?
I mean, listen, I've been one of the most outspoken and critical members of law enforcement when it comes to ICE. I think, to me, this is not uncommon behavior. It's not something I hadn't experienced in my career as a police officer. It's a dickheaded drunk cop who feels entitled to some type of professional courtesy, which he's probably received countless times throughout his career. I'm not going to sit here on a high horse and tell you I haven't benefited from professional courtesy in my life. But I'm also a humble motherfucker when I get pulled over by the police, always, regardless of the circumstance. And this guy was arrogant. He was crass, and he treated the officer with the utmost disrespect, and he got locked up. Not to say that, I don't know if he acted in that manner because he's an ICE agent. I would imagine that he acted in that manner because he was drunk and wanted to receive some type of professional courtesy and didn't get it.
Mike. When people are drunk, it's like a truth serum, right? Like the real person comes out.
It can also be an asshole serum.
Go on.
I mean, I'm just giving you my experience as a cop. I just see like a entitled, arrogant cop who thought that he was, again, entitled to professional courtesy. And when he realized he wasn't getting it, his demeanor changed to the point where he was, abrasive and resisted arrest. I'm not excusing that agency. I think that agency is one of the most corrupt, for lack of a better term, law enforcement agencies in this country. And I heard you earlier, when you were talking about a few bad apples, and does that spoil the bunch? And as somebody who, was a police officer during, the BLM movement, in which we saw, too many polarizing incidents involving police officers and communities of color. I was the first officer to say, we're not all Derek Chauvins. I mean, you and I have had countless conversations about that. That being said, as a police officer and now as a average everyday citizen, watching the way that ICE conducts itself, there's enough examples of abusive, provocative, overly aggressive, assaultive behavior on behalf of those agents to say that is a tainted agency. And while you may not be conducting yourself in that manner, if you are a part of that agency, you are a part of a corrupt, tainted agency, which is committing illegal acts, if not on a daily basis, quite possibly an hourly basis across this country.
Mike, let's talk about this. So it says he's an ICE agent. Look at the screen right now. Are you come on, man? Are you Haitian? What does that have to do with it? Would that ever cross your mind? I don't ever see you behaving like this. I know that you may get mad and cuss somebody out because you can't, but I don't ever see you mistreating people or behaving like this unless it is someone gives it to you. Are you Haitian? And the guy's like, it doesn't, and he asked them twice. He said, what do you think he's thinking? You don't even belong here. That's what I feel like he's saying. You don't belong here. I'm an ICE agent. I'm a white dude. I'm an American. I mean, look, maybe you feel different.
I mean, listen, it's unexcusable. The guy's clearly, let's just call the statement for what it is. Guy's a racist piece of shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but it's clear to me that his demeanor changed dramatically once he was stepped out of the car and realized, oh shit, he's not just going to give me my driver's license back and send me on my merry way. He's a drunk dickhead cop.
Yeah. Final words, anything? What do you think should happen to him? What do you think will happen?
I think that already he's been afforded, more due process than a lot of the people that, that his agency has been encountering, over the past weeks and months. But I think it's clear that, he should face the consequences of his actions. I would hope that if he ends up being found guilty of this, that the agency itself would take into account his behavior towards a fellow law enforcement officer and terminate him from his job.
Oh, so what do you, if he treats his fellow officers like that, what do you think he treats civilians or the people he's policing? What do you think? How do you think he treats them?
I think you should multiply that conduct and that behavior by a factor of 10. I'll be honest with you. The first thing I was thinking when I learned that he had kids in the back seat was, maybe Child and Family Services should do a home visit and see what's happening inside the home as well. Yeah. Because listen, I've done some things, but driving drunk with my children in the car is not one of them.
Hmm. Well, as Kyoko just said, that Haitian man took his ass to jail. Are you Haitian? Yes, I am. And now I'm taking your ass to jail. So
yeah, there is a level of poetic justice in that. So
I love the commenters. I love my lemon heads. Thank you, Michael Fanone. I really appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. Michael Fanone is going to join us tomorrow for our No Kings coverage right here on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel. You're going to be in DC for us, right?
I will. I'll be out on the streets in DC with the whole family.
I wanted you in Chicago. I think you need to go there. We're going to try to see how we facilitate that. Thank you, Mike. I'll see you soon. Buddy. Michael Fanone, everyone. Appreciate it. Hey, listen, I've had an experience recently that I feel that I need to tell you about it, to talk to you. So please listen, because this is really important. I don't do sponsors on this program unless I believe in them. Okay. And right now with what's happening with the government shutdown, that it is healthcare enrollment is open enrollment is coming. And now right now is Medicare open enrollment is coming right now, but a lot of things have changed and people don't even know. Okay. And so I want you to see this. Watch. I want to talk to you about something that really matters, especially if you are 64 years old or older. It's Medicare annual enrollment season. And this is a time to pay attention, everyone. I just went through it with my mom, and perhaps you have been there too, sitting at the kitchen table, buried in paperwork, trying to make sense of it all. Plans have changed. Some were even canceled. And get this, according to the Wall Street Journal, if you're not careful, you could end up paying more, even lose coverage for your doctor, for the doctor that you trust. So pay attention. That's why I am telling you about Chapter. Chapter is the Don Lemon Show Network's new health partner. They review every plan nationwide to find out what's best for you, not what makes them money. Their help is 100% free. It takes about 20 minutes, and on average, people save around $1,100 a year. So don't wait. Call Chapter at 212-931-0855 before December 7th and make sure you and your family are protected. Now, I need to show you some stuff before I get to you to tell you about why some folks are on the right are pissed off at me. I did not even know, because look, I'm not online that way. I'm not on social media that way. I'm not on Twitter. So I don't see like most of the trolling. I don't read the comments. I do stuff for social media. I will, I'll go in and respond to people, usually if it's positive things. And my social team will point and say, hey, you're getting a lot of love for this, go in there. But I have to protect myself. I love social media. Every once in a while, I'll go in, right? but I'm not like constantly scrolling and like trying to troll people, and it's just not me. It's just not me. So I'll go in and like some things. I see people and whatever. I'll send them funny memes. How much of this like Charlie Kirk conspiracy theory stuff? I mean, I did on my timeline. Everybody's sending it. People I never thought would believe in conspiracy theories. It's crazy. Okay. So, anyways, I just want to show you before I get to that, which will be just momentarily. Okay. And I really want you to see it because they're all ticked off about something in the Second Amendment, right? Gun rights, right to carry, all that. This is some of the things that ICE is doing. And while this man is crowing about, oh, well, I shouldn't be arrested. And what are you doing, man? And whatever, he's thinking he should be let off. This is an ABC News. He interviews a man whose car was rammed by ICE. Watch the video and pay attention.
An SUV believed to be driven by an immigration agent rammed a truck in Oxnard and then took a person into custody. An immigrant rights watchdog group shot this video. Following the crash, a crowd gathered. Oxnard PD says the crowd got boisterous, so officers were sent in to, quote, keep the peace, but not to assist federal agents. The crowd eventually dispersed. The person detained was also injured and was taken to the hospital. He was later released from custody and spoke just a few minutes ago. He says he's part of a group monitoring the actions of ICE.
At one point, the police department did say that they were going to hand me over to the agents, and that's where I kind of got a little nervous because these are the same dudes that just rammed into the car and were really aggressive. So once they put me in cuffs and put me in the car, I requested to go to a hospital to get checked out because I already had a headache at that point. My neck was sore, and we were there for a while. Then after that, they brought me here. They processed me and they released me on pending charges. I was shocked to be released so fast, but also at the same time, from the beginning, I knew that I did nothing wrong.
He says he was not told what those charges might be, in fact, if there even are any. He also says nobody talked to them about the damage caused to his truck and that he'll be back monitoring ICE tomorrow.
He should sue their asses for everything. He should. Just go ahead and sue them. Get everybody's name and everybody's information. Another one that I want to show you before I get to the other controversy. This is at a flea market in Chicago. Chaotic, careful, but I want you to watch it. Okay, so look, this goes on for about 4 or 5 minutes. At least the video goes on longer. But are you guys sick of this? Come on, aren't you sick of this? Aren't you sick of this? And why? Why? There's no reason to do this, to treat people this way. There's absolutely no reason. Deportations happen all the time in this country. You don't believe me? Ask Barack Obama, who deported way more people than probably any president. But did you see this inhumane behavior of going into flea markets like this or going into places? There are one-offs, I'm sure. But for a coordinated, systematic or systemic plan to do this, and who would want this job? Who do they hire to do these? Who are these goons? They're like Proud Boys. Who the hell are these people? What is this thing that the ICE leaves? What's the thing that you have there? I'm not exactly sure what that is. There's something that you have in the thing. Oh, ICE detains leaves before they turn brown. Hilarious. Okay, I'm going to play for you My comments about the Second Amendment. I was on with Wajahat Ali. And MAGA, are you okay? You're going to hear it. First 2 minutes, a word from our sponsors. Support for the show comes from Lean. Lean is a doctor-created, non-prescription supplement that helps you lose weight and keep it off. Most of us have lost and regained the same pounds over and over, but that weight cycling is dangerous. It can lead to diabetes, heart disease, and more. Lean tackles weight loss in 3 powerful ways. It helps to maintain healthy blood sugar, it reduces appetite and cravings, and it burns fat by converting it into energy. And when you burn fat, it's easier to keep the weight off for good. I've made my health a bigger priority lately, and adding Lean into my daily routine has made a real difference. It's simple, effective, and part of a lifestyle that actually works. So if you're ready to make a change, go to takelean.com and use the code LEMON for 20% off your order. That's TAKELEAN.com, and the code is LEMON for 20% off your order. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. October is World Mental Health Month, and this year we're saying thank you to therapists. BetterHelp has helped more than 5 million people on their mental health journeys, and behind every one of those stories is a therapist who showed up, who listened, and helped someone move forward. So I've been in therapy myself, and I can tell you sometimes the smallest breakthrough, a single question, or a safe space to talk can truly change your life. So if you've never tried therapy, maybe this is your sign. BetterHelp makes it simple. Fill out a short questionnaire, get matched with one of over 30,000 licensed therapists, and start talking. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch at any time. So join the millions who are prioritizing their mental health. You get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/DonLemon. That's better, HELP.com/DonLemon. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Sponsors, thank you so much. Okay, Peter, are you there? I'm not sure if Peter's there. If Peter is there, I am here. Okay, Peter, I need you to help me walk me through this, because as you know, I'm not on Twitter like that, and I don't get involved in the outrage machine. So do you mind helping me through this story and tell me like what people are saying and mad about or whatever? Okay.
Please, I'm happy to.
Okay, so first let me play the comments. I was on Wajahat Ali's Substack, and I think eventually his YouTube the other day, and we were talking about ICE, and we were talking about the Second Amendment. Now, I've mentioned this to you guys before, like this moment is what the Second Amendment was written for, a tyrannical government, and that you should have that citizens were entitled to I think it was like well-organized militia or something like that. And that's what the Second Amendment is for. It's like when the government takes over without due process, all of those things. And I said, look, so maybe the black and brown citizens, I said, meaning legal people who are here legally, maybe you should go and explore your Second Amendment rights. Maybe you should go to a gun store and figure it out, because if someone comes to my door with a mask on and I don't know who they are, the Second Amendment, the Constitution tells you that you have a right to defend yourself for whatever that means. I'm not condoning violence. I'm just saying. Now, it is shocking to me that people were outraged about it, because I thought these people were Second Amendment absolutists, and they would say, of course you have the right to bear arms, especially if you do it legally. You have a right to carry all of those things legally. This is a conservative tenet, a principle. So why are the conservatives pissed off? Wait, let me look at myself. Oh, now I get why they're pissed off. Here's what I said.
Black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or a Mexican American or whoever you are, go out in your place where you live and get a gun legally, get a license to carry legally. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for? Go back and read what the Second Amendment says. And perhaps it will knock some sense in the heads of these people who are saying, well, it's all great. I don't believe they're doing it without due process. They're asking people for papers. They're not really beating people up. These people are doing things that are illegal. Nobody is illegal. It is a misdemeanor to cross the border.
And then I went on to say, and if you do it more than if you do it a number of times, and it escalates and becomes that audio for some reason on Substack distorts, and I found like I have a lit with the thucket, but I don't, as you guys can tell, I don't. But it's always weird. Substack, it's weird. The audio there is weird and it's glitchy. So that was on a Substack, and I'm like, why do they do that? I guess they're trying to isolate. Maybe there's echo. It's weird. Andy, why does that happen?
I don't know, but yeah, it's really noticeable.
It's really bizarre. I sound like this. Like sound like the what's his name? The boxer.
Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson. It's funny, but that's not how I sound, as you guys can tell. I hope my audio is normal here. So they're all up in arms. Now, why are they all up in arms? They don't want black and brown people having the rights to the Second Amendment. So apparently, Peter, what happened? Was it Fox News or what is it? Twitter? Like, what happened?
Well, Don, you've just been so successful at growing the Lemon Nation that now we have a dedicated ragtag group of MAGA Twitter users who watch and clip the show. And from time to time, those clips go viral. So this one in particular was pumped out by a few of those different accounts, got some traction. And then my understanding, it was supercharged further by Fox News, particularly Jesse Waters, doing a segment on what you said, which again, re-listening to it with you just now, sounds perfectly reasonable. I mean, you're just telling Americans to exercise their God-given Second Amendment right, constitutionally protected Second Amendment right.
And this is on Fox News, right? Let's see. Don Lemon tells black, brown citizens to carry guns in case ICE shows up. Now, I said if people come to your door masked and you don't know, I said, and I also said, you don't know if the people coming to your door, whether they're real agents or not. Can you scroll up, Mandy? Who cares about Jesse's ignorant? Well, that part's true. I'm more, that audio is just bizarre, though. So CNN, I love how they do it. Instead of saying Don Lemon, the host of the Don Lemon Show, because, you know, here's the thing. Fox News, if you're listening, I'm sure you will. I'm sure you're writing about it. When you write about Megyn Kelly, you don't say X Fox News, you don't say X NBC fired for whatever. You just say Megyn Kelly, the host of the Megyn Kelly Show. So can you treat me, please give me the same courtesy that you do? I don't work for CNN anymore. I haven't worked for CNN for about 3 years. So why do you keep saying that? Why can't you say the host of the Don Lemon Show? Are you trying to start off by insulting me or belittling me? Just be honest. Just be real journalists. Just be truthful. Or if you're going to do it, then do it for everybody, even the conservatives. If you write about Donald Trump, start the story by saying convicted criminal president found liable of sexual abuse in a civil court, Donald Trump. Okay, then I'm fine with that. But you don't do that shit. This is your bias and your racism coming out. So just say Don Lemon, the host of the Don Lemon Show. That's all. I don't work for CNN. I have no ties to CNN. Well, except that, I'm still under contract with them. Thank you, CNN. Don Lemon suggested black and brown Americans of all stripes should legally arm themselves in case Immigration and Customs Enforcement's ICE agents should show up at their door. Now, that's what I did not say that. I said you should go and check out your Second Amendment right, and perhaps you should, because it's legal. I said Americans. So I didn't say anything wrong. It's the Second Amendment. Lemon made a comment Tuesday in the Left Hook in Washington clarifying that he was not condoning or promoting violence. So then what the fuck is the problem? But that he was tired of the niceties while ICE agents were rounding people up off the street without due process and sending them off to a gulag. Look, you guys can disagree with me. Am I wrong? I mean, Andy, if you tell me, do you think I'm wrong? Peter, I don't know. Tell me.
No, you're right.
I don't think so.
This is a quote. If you believe in the Second Amendment, if you believe in the Constitution, black people, brown people of all stripes, whether you're an Indian American or Mexican American or whoever you are, go out into your place where you live and get a gun legally. Get a license to carry legally, Lemon said. Because when you have people knocking on your door and taking you away without due process as a citizen, isn't that what the Second Amendment was written for? You were right, Sandrisha, who's in the comments. That is exactly what it was written for. Please, Peter, I don't know, did you give me the part about a tyrannical government? Can you give me that quote from the Second Amendment and give me the Second Amendment about a well-regulated militia, please, so I can read it?
Sure, stand by.
That is exactly what the Second Amendment was written for. So Scroll up, Andy, if you can, please. Okay. Oh, that's a nice picture of me. I like that. That's me out. At least I'm out in the field working. Keep going. Lemon said that he hoped the sentiment could knock some sense into people within the Trump administration. Nobody is illegal, Lemon argued. That's true. People aren't illegal, especially when you're on, as they say, stolen land. Who's illegal? Now, who would be the people who are here illegally? Not the people who were brought here without their will, the ancestors of those of such. I wouldn't be illegal. You brought me here. Now, if you're on stolen land, the people would be the Native Americans and the Mexican people who were here long before any of the white people were here, or Europeans, I should say, the colonizers. It's a misdemeanor to cross the border. If you do it a number of times, then it becomes something else. Okay, so that's factual. But there's nowhere near the level of criminality. We have degrees of criminality in this country. And what Donald Trump did is at the highest level of criminality, except for taking someone's life. And someone who is crossing the border is nowhere near that. Is there a lie there? Is there a lie there? Now, this is why I love Wajahat. Wajahat said in a statement to Fox News Digital, Ali defended Lemon's comment saying that Republicans should be open to the idea of more armed citizens. Okay, so Wajahat responded. That's why I like him. What did he say, though? I don't know. Let's see what Wajahat said. Scroll up. Oh, okay. Okay, right. Raja said, I only speak for myself, but Don Lemon has a right to express his views in the United States of America thanks to the First Amendment, which is allegedly championed by the Trump administration. Ali said, if anything, I'd assume Republicans, there you go, Wajhat. Thank you. I assume Republicans would agree with him that Americans have the right to legally bear arms thanks to the Second Amendment, unless, of course, they only believe the right exists for white Trump supporters. If so, they should admit that publicly. Boom! That's exactly what I said, but you articulated it way better than I did, Wajahat Ali. Keep going. Let's see what else. I like this article. This is good. Thank you, Fox News. Fox News Digital also reached out to Lemon. Like, I know people at Fox News. Fox News has my number. I know. I got a thing in the middle of the night after this was published from my producer saying, this is in the show email, urgent. And I'm like, it's like, was it like midnight or something? I'm like, I am not responding to this. In the Department of Homeland Security for comment. Okay. So here's my comment. You heard what I said. My other comment is like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I told you, I'm here. I'm going to keep doing it, whether I'm here, no matter where I am. I'm going to keep exercising my First Amendment right to say what I want, to on Saturday, to freely assemble, freedom of the press, freedom of speech. That's what I'm doing. I'm like following it. I'm telling you, like, hey, you should be happy, Second Amendment people. Don Lemon is on your side for once. For once, I expected the comments would be like, for once, I agree with Don Lemon. But no, they can't find it within themselves. Okay, Peter. And then comes the fallout. So then there are these trolls. Who are these trolls? What's happening?
So I'd say the largest of the bunch is friend of the show, Matt Walsh, who had that to say. I'll let you read that to the Lemonheads.
What is that? Let me look. Okay, I got to look at it. Matt Walsh. Okay. That's Benny Johnson. And there's another dude. He's dark haired. Okay, this is Matt Walsh. This is an explicit encouragement of violence against. Bro. You're reaching. You are desperate and reaching. Come on. Are you that dumb? Maybe you are that dumb. Maybe you are. This is an explicit encouragement of violence against federal agents, which is a felony punishable by 5 years in prison. He should be arrested and charged today. We can't keep allowing these scumbags to get away with this. Clout chasing. Okay. Maybe you look, I hope that I make you more popular. I hope that you get more subscribers and more viewers and you get to chase some clout. Maybe you'll get to go on Fox News or someplace that you're dying to be on. Go ahead. I don't give a fuck. let me just tell you, like the old folks used to say it where I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in a little town called Port Allen. Kiss my ass and hallelujah. I don't give a fuck. So you can say you want, or whatever it is that you want. Go for it. Perfectly within my rights. Told you I'm not condoning any violence. I'm just telling people that, hey, you have a Second Amendment right. Perhaps you should go explore it. And that Second Amendment right, in that you have the right to carry, and you have a right to bear arms, and you have a right to defend yourself, your person, your family, and your property, your possessions. You have that right as an American citizen with the Second Amendment. You should be championing that, Matt, dumbass, fucking stupid Walsh, troll. I told y'all, stop playing with me. I'm not on CNN anymore. I don't have to worry about it. This is not the comment section. I will light your dumb, stupid, racist, white ass up. I don't give a fuck. Believe that. So keep talking or leave me alone, but just be careful. Choose wisely. Because I'm not here. I'm not one to back down from this. This is a right that I have. So go troll somebody else. And I hope you have a nice weekend. And go to a rally somewhere and exercise your constitutional right to assemble. Okay? Matt Walsh. There you go. And whoever it is, who's the other with dumbass guy? Jesse Waters. All right, that's it for that. Okay, so let's talk about George Conway, because we're talking about what's going on this weekend, because we're going to cover. Do we have the full screen? We're covering it this weekend. We are doing it. It's me. It's Joy Reid. It is Jim Acosta. It is the Joy Reid Show. It's the Jim Acosta Show. It's the Don Lemon Show, starting at 11 o'clock tomorrow. You can see all of us on our platforms. You can watch us, the Lemonheads, of course, right here on the Don Lemon Show on the Don Lemon channel. This is No King's Day 2.0. Joy, Don, Jim are back. We're bringing the power of independent media together. We are stronger together, and we'll be covering all of it. And this is why it is important. Take it away, George Conway.
Authoritarianism. It's a cancer. The symptoms are here. Today, masked agents grabbing people off the streets, the government threatening and prosecuting political opponents, attacks on free speech, soldiers in our cities. We thought it couldn't happen here. Other places? Sure. Italy in the 20s, where fascism was born. Chile, Russia, Venezuela, Hungary. And now, the disease is growing. The cancer metastasizing in America now. But there's a cure. It requires you. On October 18, at the nationwide No Kings protests, Americans will stand up peacefully for what makes America, America. Scan the QR code to find your local No Kings event. Show them you're not afraid. Do it for the country, for the Constitution, for your family, for yourself. Do it for your freedom while you still can.
Thank you very much for that, George Conway. And I love to give people their flowers and shout them out when they're giving the right message. And you know, I've been saying that we need to have a spine. Two things. Before we end this week, I think we need to play the lady and the dude, if you can find that. But I want to play right now Sarah Longwell over from the Bulwark, because I think that she is telling the truth. I've been saying this forever, that we need to stand up. We need to find a spine, a backbone, or some balls. That's what I've been saying. Okay? Here's Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, look, we're in a humiliating moment for the United States in terms of the quality of our leadership and what's happening. And what I'm mystified every day by the fact that you don't have business leaders, community leaders, military leaders, everybody talking about what Donald Trump is doing. And I know that his campaign of retribution and vengeance has a chilling effect, and people are afraid, and they don't want him to turn his eye of Sauron on them and, focus on whatever, their taxes or something they might have done. But people have got to stop. Everybody has got to find their spine again. And you know what's frustrating is that there's going to be a march this weekend. There's probably going to be one of the biggest turnouts in history at this No Kings event on Saturday. And average people are going to show up to register how upset they are with what Donald Trump is doing to the country. But America's elites have more or less rolled over. And I don't know I remember thinking I was the most disappointed I could be in 2018 watching Republicans capitulate to Donald Trump, but watching the rest of civil society do it has been one of the more demoralizing things I've ever seen.
Thank you, Sarah. Very true. Okay, so here we go. First, I'm going to start off because this was almost a week ago that I met this gentleman in Chicago. And then it was just a couple of days ago that I was introduced to this beautiful, magnificent woman in a courthouse in New York. But first, this man, this soothsayer who said, I'm sick of it, and we all are sick of it, and somebody needs to say it. So I want to end the week with the energy that you need to take into the weekend and moving forward. First, the gentleman from Chicago. Come on down.
I say what I want to say. I got a freedom of speech regardless of what Donald Trump thinks. I can say what the fuck I want to say.
What do you want to say to Donald Trump?
Fuck Donald Trump. Die from natural causes. Pam Bundy an idiot. Christy Nome ugly. Fuck Donald Trump. Get the fuck out of our city. Basically, like, you know, quit racial profiling people. And I just hate all this shit. I hate them.
Why is it pissing you off so much?
Because they racist. I know deep down it's all like some racist shit. You see the shit all over the news and all over the TV saying this dumbass shit they saying that day and all this dumbass shit they doing and shit. Once I rolled past here and saw people protest the shit, I don't know. I just want to be heard. They just some fucking idiots, man. I don't know. There ain't really no other way to put it. They racist. And they don't like me and I don't like them. And, you know, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, what the fuck? Charlie Kirk's a piece of shit. I don't get no fuck. I got a job, too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me. You better not pull up where I be at. Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. They call him a patriot and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he get shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. He's still talking shit. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows. They dumb as hell in Bad Bunny, Puerto Rican. They don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, oh, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So fuck all of them.
Hits First Amendment right, too. You don't like it? Oh, well, this is America. Guns in my area. And now my queen, my new North Star. I think she said her name was Charlotte Price, but here she is.
Bitch, you stupid bitch. That's why y'all a bunch of fucking criminals. I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. Yes, the fuck we his family. Y'all a bunch of big pussies. Don't tell me calm the fuck down. Who the fuck is you? We don't like none of you.
You okay?
No, how can I be okay? You okay? Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I look like I'm okay? Don't come up in my face here because I hit hard. Fuck wrong with y'all?
Try it.
I wish you would.
Try it.
You try me and see what the fuck happened. Nigga, we angry. All of us angry out here. So don't think it's y'all alone.
Get out of here.
You who you telling get out of here? Why you telling me get out of here? You asked me a question and I'm answering you.
Get out of here. Man.
Fuck wrong with you? Oh, stupid ass bitch. That's why you gotta hide your face.
You wanna go to jail?
You told me my mother can tell you anything.
You wanna go to
Fuck
jail?
wrong with you? You wanna hit me? Hit me, bitch. You ain't got me. Nobody's scared of you. You're a pussy ass. Come. I got rings on, bitch. So me and you gonna fight, you pussy bitch. You're a pussy bitch. That's why your kids them don't like you and your wife is fucking on you. That's why you gotta hide your face. My face ain't hidden, bitch. I'm American, you stupid bitch. Fuck wrong with y'all? You can take me too high. I'm Charlotte the Zodiac Price. You know what to do? Tell you, no. You want me? Fuck wrong with y'all? Fuck all of you. Put that on the news. Let Trump see it. I'm so fucking ready, bitch.
Oh my gosh. And the door, it is just perfection. The door closing, he's pushing it. She's fighting back. He's in a uniform. She's put that on the fucking news and let Donald Trump hear it. And then as the elevator is descending, you can hear her say, bunch of fucking racists, and it just fades away. That was cinematic perfection. Amazing. So that said, I want you guys to Join us this weekend. All right. We're going to be on with Jim Acosta, Joy Reid, and I told you that. All right. So we're going to be doing our show starting at 11 a.m. Eastern time. This is the No Kings 2.0. And I want to tell you this. If you want to know anything about the Don Lemon Show, here's what you should do. Go to donlemon.com. Our membership page, there's at the top. The arrow is YouTube, and that's our main page. Okay. So check that out. Check it out. And you can join and you can become a member. So thank you so much for that. Also, if you want to know what our merch is, I want to tell you this because this is new. I just got this today from the merch store. It just came today, new black hat. So now I love to wear black t-shirts. It's going to be like, and so now you can get it. That's the blue one. That's not the black one. That's the navy one that we've had for, oops. Oh, my chair is falling over. That's this one, right? And then we've had the blue one. We have the dark navy blue, and then we've had this lighter blue one. And then now this one is somewhere on the site. This is a new black one. Then I want to get one that has a black or a darker lemon on it. So we'll check it out. I don't know where it is on the site, but I'm told that it is new and it's on there. Okay. Oh, there it is right there. Woo-hoo! Yes. Lemon Nation dad hat. Should be daddy hat. So anyways, we have one merch pick, I'm told. Who do we have?
We have Renata.
Who is this beautiful queen, Renata? Hi, Renata. I'm so glad. Oh, we're wearing the same shirt. Thank you for your support of Lemon Nation, and she is gorgeous. And look at those gorgeous kid pics on the wall. So thank you for that. Thank you, everyone, for watching. You guys have been asking me for this. By the way, so we have the, the Don Lemon Show theme song that you guys love so much. So I'm going to play it for you today. But I got to tell you that it's Matt Gregory on Instagram. Matt Gregory has done an extended version. Do we have the extended version, Andy?
We do.
Okay, are you guys ready for the extended version of the Don Lemon Show theme song written by It's Matt Gregory? Okay, pay attention because there's some new stuff in there. Here we go. Go.
It's the Don Lemon Show. It's the Don Lemon Show. He's unmasking the truth. He don't take no shit. It's the Don Lemon Show. Don Lemon. Don, 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 Don. Release the Epstein files.
Watch. Here we go.
You better release those Epstein files. You better release those Epstein files. If you don't release them, you're a pussy. Better release the Epstein files today. Donald Trump is a pussy-ass bitch.
Woo! I'm going to see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern for our No Kings. I know it's way too much. Be informed without being inundated. Until I see you then, turn the TV off.
Thanks, everyone, for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never, ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will